Today we're going to talk about how to properly format a document in MLA format using your Google Drive. When I'm in my Google Drive, you can see I have plenty of folders. You should always try and create folders for every class and every assignment just to keep yourself organized. But when I'm creating my next paper, I'm going to select New and Google Docs. The very first thing I need to do in a Google Docs document is rename my document to fit the appropriate title given by the teacher. So if I just select Untitled Document, I can rename it whatever I want. And if I'm doing a biographical research paper and my person is Ronald Reagan, maybe that's how my teacher has asked me to title it, I'm going to click OK. The very first thing we're going to start with MLA format is making sure that we have the right heading or header. Heading and header are actually two different things. So our heading is going to be our name, teacher, class, and the date. So in this instance, I'm going to say John Smith. His teacher is Miss Poindexter. Class is Honors English 9. And you're always going to spell out the actual date. So I'm going to go, it's the 19th of August, 2015. Now notice Google Drive automatically puts the font in Arial and size 11. MLA format actually asks that everything be formatted in Times New Roman and size 12 font. If you do this now, then everything preceding will be Times New Roman and size 12 font. The second thing we need to make sure we do is double space our document. So to double space, I'm going to highlight the text. I'm going to then select Format, come all the way down to line spacing, and right here where it says double, I will then select double. So you can see I have all of the materials I need for my heading. The next thing I need is my title. Your title is actually going to be centered. So notice that my heading is on the left-hand side, so my alignment is on the left. I'm going to click down to the next row and then click the center alignment, and I'm going to put the title of my paper, so Ronald Reagan. Then I'm going to hit enter, and again the cursor automatically has me aligned to the center. I'm going to come back to the left, and this is where I would then begin typing my text. Anytime I type my text, I'm going to begin a paragraph by indenting. So to indent, I hit the tab button, and you'll notice the cursor now is half an inch from the 1 inch margin. We always want it half an inch. You shouldn't be hitting the space bar 5 times, 6 times. It's always just to hit the tab button, and I can begin my sentence. This paper will discuss the life of Ronald Reagan. Again, just a simple sentence for our example. The last thing we need to do in formatting our paper is the header. So this section right up here is where the header will go. In order to put the header into our paper, we're going to hit Insert and then Header. I am going to put the last name, so my last name, the author of the paper's last name. In this case, the author is not Miss Poindexter, the author is John Smith. So I'm going to go ahead and write Smith. And again, notice Google Drive has it in Arial and size 11 in the header, so I'm going to make sure it's Times New Roman, size 12 font. And I'm going to make sure it is justified to the right side. So we want to see it to the right every time. The other thing in MLA format is we need to make sure it's half an inch from the top. So this line right here shows us an inch from the top. We're going to go ahead and hit Enter. And now we have it about half an inch. So the bottom of Smith is half an inch, and that's perfect. The last thing we need to do is put the page number. So I'm going to come back here and insert page number. You can see Google Drive has lots of options. So if I have a title page and I don't want the header to be on the title page, I can click this option. If you want it in the footer, you can select this, but for our purposes, we're going to select this one right here. And now you have the number 1. The beautiful thing about this is it labels it page 1. If I go all the way to page 2, it automatically changed the page number for me. So again, very simple, but every paper we format in MLA format should follow this structure. It should include student's name, teacher's name, class, the date, title, and it should all be double spaced, Times New Roman, size 12 font. Every paragraph is indented using the tab button, and you should have a header with the student's last name and the page number on every page. So this is your example for how to set up a paper using MLA format in Google Drive.